Hello guys, welcome back to another local match, and today we play against Salamangreat. We play a list before I got my domino symbols. He starts with Terratop, which is an amazing extender because it's a free rank 3. Unfortunately, I didn't draw my Droll and Lockbird, which would be amazing here, but because I'm not playing a list with Impulse, I do play Nibiru, and it might come in handy. I asked Stalio because it summons from deck, so unless he has a good extender, which he does, it could be very good hand trap. But I would like to force him to summon more cards in order to summon Nibiru. He doesn't add Sala of Fire, he adds Gazelle, which was weird to me, but I guess he wants to do a different line than what I had in my head. And now he's on the fourth summon, and he now summons his fifth, so now he's into Nibiru range. So I just hold Nibiru for a good opportunity because he sent the Spinny. I would like to wait until he summoned back Spinny in order to get it banished and him to not have an extra follow up. So he chooses to summon Spinny now, which was weird again, but I instantly Nibiru, and I get his Spinny banished. So he activates Desires, which was weird to me. Not many lists play Desires, but this situation is good because he either draws 200 or more engine for next turn, and he sets one card and passes. I draw, as you say, have Arvata in hand and Wanted. I activate Wanted in the draw phase to play around some stuff. It's important to activate Wanted in draw phase if you want to start with the Diabellstar line. Otherwise, you should wait until you activate it so you don't reveal any more private information. I start by normal summoning Arvata in order to protect myself from hand traps, but it seems that because I don't have a fire in hand, I go for Hita in order to bait some of his stuff. And Hita will get hit with Veiler, which is understandable. I discard my second Black Witch to summon the one that I added. I said Deception, he doesn't have a second Veiler. So Deception adds the Azamina fusion spell. And summon Arcelago, which will search most probably the Sinful Spoil Snake Eye. And now I also have a lot of monsters on field to go into Promethean if I want. I draw before I do anything else in order to know what my next play will be. I summon Promethean. I will activate the effect. He will Nibiru on summon, which is fine because I still have the Azamina fusion spell, and I think I drew a Wanted of Wanted, so it makes it even better because now I can activate it and then send Wanted from my hand. And I'm thinking a bit what to do because he still has a set card, and in my eyes it could be an Imperm. But also I don't know why he wouldn't Imperm Black Witch, so it's a bit complicated here. I decide eventually to send the Wanted in order to summon the Omnigate, and I have to send the Omnigate away to summon probably Ponix with the Snake Eye Sinful Spoils. And yeah, I will summon Ponix, I will add Sanctuary, and I have full Farking combo on top of that. So it was pretty good that we could play through 2 hand wraps and then make a full combo basically. Unfortunately, we don't play 2 princesses, so it's kinda difficult to go for not kill line here because we also don't have Hita because we used it early on the turn. But it's okay because we can summon back the Arvata, we can pop the unknown card, and he will have very few cards to go with it, and he has to face an Arvata plus probably an IP after the battle phase. He wanted to chain after I summon, but Kirin doesn't target, so he says, it's okay, don't worry. Now I cleared his Nibiru, he has one card in hand, so I'm not afraid to go into an IP line. because now we have Promethean Princess plus Kirin plus Arvata. We add back Ponix. So now we have a very, very good follow-up. And he normal summons Gazelle. I instantly negate it. I'd say that Bailings cannot protect because I don't destroy your card. I destroy my card. And with Volcanics, I will summon Garunix. It was my first time playing the deck, so I didn't know that it summons in defense. Yu-Gi-Oh players don't read. And he passes turn. I go and add back the fusion spell. I add with the Snake Eye Sinful Spoil the Snake Eye Ash. I can also activate Wanted to draw. And yeah, I forgot to add back Ponix that I destroyed off Arvata. So now basically I have a full Snake Eye combo, but he has one card in hand and he's not scooping. So I thought to myself maybe he has Nibiru, but I pop Kirin to summon back Arvata in that case. And as you see, he scoops. Now on to game 2, he will choose of course to go first. And my hand is a disaster because it's only hand traps. I have Fugaros plus Droll. I do not Fugaros in the draw phase because I wanted him to commit to some stuff, because if he didn't have the Ash Blossom that he had, Fugaros could draw a bunch of cards and save my hand. But unfortunately, he had the Ash. So by forcing him to commit, I couldn't have drawn it in a better way than I did. But he discarded the Imperm with Silent Mining to add probably Lady Debug or Gazelle. So Droll put some work here, but not the highest value, obviously. So now he has two cards and he passes on one Stalio. And he has Lady Debug in hand, so one unknown. But I have Kirin plus Skyburn, which doesn't work unless you draw a fire, which I draw, but it has Blossom, so it's not the best. If I drew any other Fire King, it would be much better. So I summon Kirin, I attack, and I have Skyburn to at least interrupt his next play. And he adds obviously the Gazelle, and seeing that, I pop it. If I added something else, maybe I wouldn't. I draw an Imperm, which is very unlucky, because he has Gazelle, which will force my Imperm, but he has also that, and because he has another extender, I can't do anything because he has Hita line, and because he has Hita, he can go for full combo. So I will decide to scoop here. So now game 3 I go first, and this deck going first is very good. Unfortunately I draw the Flambirds plus the Fire King Island, so the reason I add Garunix is because I want to play around Droll, so I have instantly have a rank 8 now on board, and Zombie Vampire is amazing in fire matchups because you can summon his stuff. And I hit Snake Eye Ash plus a double witch, which is amazing, and I mill fire cards from his deck, so I can go to hit at any point. And now my hand is saved, basically, because I have a full combo. Unfortunately, I have also the Azamina fusion spell hard drawn, and I also have Flambirds, so not much I could do. Maybe what I should have done here is summon, actually return Flambirds with the original Sinful Spoils, and then summon Flambirds from the deck with Snake Eye Ash, which I did not do if I remember correctly. But at least I can add Witch and go for an Azamina Omnigate. I summon Ash Blossom and not obviously Salafire, because I may trigger his Gazelle. So now I have to consider which stuff threatens me, and here I should have I should have put back the Flambirds, but it's okay because I can summon it with Princess, and Snake Eye Ash doesn't go into Oak because I wasn't playing it at the time. But I was playing two Ponix, and in which I added one. So I'm thinking here I go into the Sunlight Wolf mirror match, and I summon my Black Witch. And shout out to Dakota because he gave me his Ghost Wolf. We were laughing a lot because three Sala players in our locals. And I said wanted for follow up next turn, and I add back a milled fire monster. I haven't normal summon yet, which is very good here, and it gives me a Skyburn with Ponyx. So that's an extra layer of interruption that I can go into. Actually, I set the deception. Probably to burn him for a 3k life points difference in case we need to go to time. Uh, I I summon IP, and because I have IP, I can Flambert's spell traps on his monster in order to play around Lightning Storm and Evenly. So now I set two cards, and I have played around almost everything. And I have a lot of interruptions with Promethean, with Garunix, plus the extra Skyburn. He wants to look into my graveyard. I take back my Sunlight Wolf, and I have an Omnigate in case he has anything more. And honestly, Salamangreat is a deck that if you destroy all of his normal summons and extenders, he cannot. And he does activate the Lightning Storm. Yes, I was so happy that I played around it. I was celebrating and we were both laughing about it. And yeah, it was a very nice moment. He activates Salamangreat Circle. I have an Ash Blossom that I added back off of Sunlight Wolf, so I activate it. And he normal summons Gazelle. Gazelle is actually not a big issue because if he goes for Spinny, I can banish his Gazelle with SP. If he goes for Foxy, I can also banish Foxy from the graveyard with the SP, or just negate it with the Azamina. So because he sends Spinny, I instantly go into SP. I add back a bunch of cards. I add back as Blossom, and I summon Snake Eye Ash plus the Poplar, and I add a second Ponyx plus the Sinful Spell Snake Eye. He sets two cards in which I can contest both of them because I have an Omnigate plus the Skyburn that I added, and now he is left with just one card, and it's basically clean up from here. And you will see something very funny as well because this game was not over. I draw one card, and after I draw, he doesn't do anything, which is weird because you will see that he has a drawn Lockbird. But he does it after I search with Ponyx. I add Sky, I add Sanctuary, and I activate Trust on top. And he claps because it's very funny because the game is already over. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please comment down, like, and subscribe.